Cancer, look up at that moon. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? What do you need to do? Okay, Cancer, it's very heavy. Hello, Cancer. Hi. Welcome to your Love Messages reading. This is also your Love Tarot reading, your Love Oracle reading, your Love reading. Hi. Welcome back if you are a regular watcher, and welcome to the channel if you are new here. Hi. I'm happy you're here today, too. You're watching me, Chris, with the Tarot Closet. Today, it's you, Cancer. My favorite. Cancer, my favorite. You're up. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Now, you could also be here watching for a Cancer in your life and feel that you are resonating with the reading yourself. If this happens to you, go with it. It means there is something here meant for you today. Now, this reading is a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for October 2021. However, when you get here is when you're meant to be here. So if you arrive here the day of, that's great. The day I'm putting it out, and I'm going to tell you what's going on here with my throat chakra in a minute. Or if this is happening for you a month later, many months later, you know. And it sounds silly for me to say now, but years later. I have watched readings before myself and was blown away by how much they resonated, or just found messages that I needed to hear at that time. And I realized after the fact that it was a reading that was like over a year old. So that can happen, guys. So for whatever reason you're here, if you are Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you're a cross watcher for a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you don't know why you're here, something is here for you. I guarantee it. Make sure you take a look around the table. There could also be a totem that you feel is already resonating with you. Also, it can be a particular deck too, you guys. We are starting our reading today with Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Then we will also be looking at some point, Enchanted Map Oracle cards. And as always, lots of love messages. This is your love message reading. We have channeled song messages for you. These are direct messages to you from your person through song, as well as channeled love messages. Same idea, although they're not songs. These are direct messages to you from your person. Now, here's what I want to say. There are quite a few decks here. The Tarot Closet love messages, love song messages. If you at any point ever feel like, well, in the reading, if you feel like things are vice versa, like that sounds like my person, or then take it that way. Things can be vice versa. So I might be feeling your energy in a particular area of the reading might be coming through for me. And you feel like, no, that's my person. Then that's for you, okay? You have free will. This is not a prediction. Your outcome is your own, Cancer, and anyone watching here today. And the same goes for the love messages. If you feel like you're sending this message to your person, that's the song you send to them, or you sang to them, or it's on your playlist, or whatever it is, then go with that. That's how it's meant to be, okay? The other thing I did want to tell you is, well, of course, this is the general reading, so please take what resonates and throw away the rest. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Can you tell us what's going on with Cancer in their love life, specifically with the person they have come here today to hear more about, receive messages from, or any messages that you feel need to come through today for somebody who is watching? Cancer or not, guys, remember, sometimes messages are coming through for people here that are not Cancers at all or don't know what's in their chart. Yeah, there are messages for you as well. What I wanted to say too, which I kind of forgot, is please take what resonates and throw away the rest. Truly, okay? Not everything is going to resonate, and that is just a fact. There's a lot of energy being channeled here today. It's actually been getting channeled for several days as I've been thinking about you guys, Cancer. So let's see what's going on. All right, well, we're already starting here with the Four of Wands. So we do have some Aries energy coming through. This comes down. It can tell us automatically that yes, there might be some celebrations, some reunions coming up with your family, with your friends. But this is your love reading, and this is your first card coming down. So what I want to say to you is that is a 4, guys. That is manifesting foundations and stability, which is hardly surprising because this is really, some would say, the epitome of that, right? You have them here kind of away, coming up to an altar, holding up their victory flowers, which look more like laurel wreaths, sort of squished up, if you know what I mean, in front of the fortress here. And a fortress can symbolize a lot of different things in a reading, one of which is the journey that you're on with someone in love. And look how close it is. It's right here. It's like this journey has not come to an end, it's beginning. Excuse me, that's what I want to say. It can also be about foundations being unfinished. And I do feel like this is a kind of a picture into your person's mind as to what they want with you, which is victory, which is a celebration, is getting together, and a reunion. That is what this can symbolize. Now we need to get a little further here into the reading to find out if they're fantasizing about this or if anything is going to change here. Are they planning to come? There are other people involved. We see that. The other thing I want to say to you guys is I do not read reversals. I read the energy, which can be reversal energy if that's how it's meant to be. All right, so your person could be a Pisces, even a Cancer, and a Gemini, you guys. Right off the bat, I want to tell you, the Moon card is a 9, okay? And in numerology, that is about attainment, wishes fulfilled, also something coming to fruition. So I want to say, I think this separation between you two, Cancer, at some point, we don't know how soon yet, but that it's going to be coming to the separation, will be coming to an end here. That is a 9. So that is some wishes fulfilled. Somebody here is going to be getting what they want, or things coming to fruition, even if it means moving on. But one of the things about this card, when it comes up for me in a love reading, that's really fascinating is this crustacean here, okay, can symbolize a couple of things. It can be the wolf is sort of using it as a self-defense here. So somebody is on the self-defense. It's also blocking the river here, as you see, from flowing in between the wolf and the dog. Emotional energy. So this leads me to tell you that your person, this could also be you, Cancer, but your person is trying to not deal with emotions, is blocking them, is what I want to say. They're there. This is normally not empty. And it's not even that it's going to be empty or stay empty. It simply can move this. You can simply move this crustacean out of the way and let the water flow right back through here, that emotional energy between you. Because that's the thing. It's not gone. It's there. Your person is trying to hide it. Your person does not want to deal with it. There's a lot of emotional energy in this connection, Cancer. A lot here. There's also a very strong message, trusting your intuition. This is the Moon card, okay? What changes are taking place here now? Well, we don't know yet for coming up. And to be honest with you, as I said, I'm not predicting things for you. We're just getting a view as to the energies that you're in and that might be coming up. And how you handle that is going to be up to you. But I want to say to you, we already see here that there's some changes going on. This disconnect, I don't feel like it's going to be like this for very much longer. However, I do want to say, Cancer, trust your instincts, trust your intuition, whatever it is that you feel like a decision between you and your person that you're not making here. I do feel like your person is scared to come forward. Most likely because there has been some stuff going on here and they're afraid. Also, I do want to tell you, I do feel like there are other people involved, and that's part of the reason here, that they're maybe not able to come forward. Okay, there is this sense of fear and a little self-defensiveness going on. I feel like you wanted more answers from them than they could give you, which put them in a panic mode. They know how they feel about you. They know how they feel about you. It's very deep. It's very deep between you. But for some reason, your person is kind of on the run. I want to say a little bit here, okay? The other thing too here with this crustacean is it can also be about things that need to get looked at, okay? Is this you? Is this your person? Who needs to reach in there into that subconscious and pull something out that they don't want to see? I think for some of you, it's you. I think also it's your person. I really feel like you're both coming through here very strong. There's some fear, there's some self-defensiveness, there's some hiding, true feelings going on here. And there's something somebody needs to really look at in terms of figuring out the direction, okay? Cancer, I feel like that might be you. You, obviously, I can already feel it now. There's a lot of love for your person, and it also goes both ways. But there's something for some of you you have not wanted to look at. In terms of maybe moving on, that can be as well. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, look, as I talk about moving on here. So this is some Scorpio, Aquarius energy, you guys. This really is about feeling left behind here, not feeling love, just feeling like, yeah, exactly that, just feeling sad here. Cancer, I think this is you, but I also think this is your person. This is the Five of Cups, you guys, so this is a lot of emotional energy, and this is a 5, so this is telling us that there has been and there still is some conflict, and this is not a stable connection. I feel somebody left somebody kind of in a ghosting way, just was kind of gone. Things were strange. There were reasons between you that kept you apart, okay? Now, when I say third parties, you guys, it's not always third party as a person. It can be things like distance, other people involved, differences, cultural differences, that sort of thing here. But there is a third party is what I want to say to you that I just talked about. Look, right here. And they're knocked over. And look at the emotional energy too. And this person here is kind of side-eyeing it, doesn't really want to look at it. Wearing a very long, dark coat. This is a symbol of, well, the coat, this person knows what they lost. They know, excuse me, what happened here. I feel like two things. Again, it's you and your person. Your person is really regretting having ghosted you, having lost you. They feel like they've lost you, Cancer. But here's the thing. You have the 2 cups here. This is the 2 of you right behind here, still upright. They're not full, but the emotional energy is right there. It is not very far away to fill that up. So there's still a hope there is what I want to say. I also feel that you were ghosted, and I think that you might be a little bit, what do I want to say here? Almost like you don't know that these 2 cups are here, okay? Because you've been so hurt, you haven't even wanted to look at them. And I think that's part of this energy here that I'm feeling with the moon, of something subconsciously that you need to take out here of this crayfish and just reach in from this crustacean and from your subconscious and look at it. I feel like your person is hiding their feelings, but they still have this, you know, they're not letting you go. For a lot of you, they're still connected to you on social media, might still be asking people that maybe you both know about you. Maybe you've caught them kind of spying a little bit here. And the difference is I feel like you, my beautiful Cancers, have experienced this pain so deeply as you do, and you've gone into your shell and you're just not even looking at these 2 cups back there, just feeling that there is any hope, okay? That's what I want to say to you here. There is this real strong need here to look at something that is not being looked at. So Cancer, I think that might be you. Could also be your person here, but I want to say that that's you. But they have definitely put this crustacean here to block it. And you might not even realize that, some of you, how much your person still feels about you. Maybe they've said some things, but I feel like for a lot of you, they just ghosted you and just left and didn't give you any answers. Okay? But those 2 cups, for the 2 of you, there is still hope there. Your person has not stopped thinking about it. In fact, I think they're dreaming about it here, is what I want to say to you with the 4 of Wands. As you know, the Wands are the energy of love, you guys. Very passionate connection, very emotional connection, very deep spiritual connection. Your person is feeling like, almost like they, kind of, you just go whoop and skipped over. Like you guys were in this mode for a long time and then something changed. It was just like a misunderstanding or a mistake. Something just kind of disconnected, and because of the fragility of where you were already, it just went like this, okay? That's what I want to say to you. But here, you guys, there's that bridge, okay? This is a bridge getting from one point to another, meeting the middle, crossing that bridge when you get there. That's one of the other things I feel like there's procrastination in having a discussion here. And talking, because I don't think either one of you really totally know what created that change. What was that actually? What happened? Was it a bunch of little things? Is it the big things you already knew about? You knew about those already, and they were part of still in your plans. It didn't stop things. And then suddenly something happened between you guys that just, put you here. But there is that bridge and there is that fortress, you guys. And this fortress is not very far away. And that is representing also the journey of love, okay? And foundations here. And we already know with the 4 that your person is manifesting this, okay? And I think that you are too, but I just want to say, I'm sorry. Don't kill the messenger. But I do feel very strongly that there is something way aside from some ego and pride and separation and being hurt from being ghosted, that there are other things involved, other third parties, whether that's people, okay, location, just differences, totally different lifestyles. You guys are very different, but you're also very alike, very much a duality here, very much twin flame soulmate energy, you guys. Crossing over this bridge, taking off that heavy coat, your person knows. It's dark though. It's a dark time for you guys right now. You're not in communication, and it's very, very, very painful. And like I said, there is this need too to take that off, release some of that heavy energy, cross over that bridge, over the emotional experiences here, the emotional energy, and decide which direction you're going with here. And as always, these cups can be put right back up and filled up. These cups here are just sitting here waiting, okay? Can also be filled. Whether you decide to take them for yourself and get out of there, or look at them. There is a very strong need here with the Moon card for something to be looked at and dealt with. You guys need to have a conversation is what I want to say. But I do feel like there's ego keeping that conversation from happening. It's just gone on for too long. Yeah, look. Okay. Ace of Wands, you guys. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. Your person wants to come out of nowhere. And they might look, they are thinking about what you had or what they want, what you talked about wanting together here. Look, there's the fortress. It's a little further away here because this is more reality. This is more of the fantasy I want to say to you guys here with the 4 of Wands. But now here we have the Ace of Wands holding this energy of love. Look at all the growth. Look at those leaves kind of shaking off it here because it's vibrating. Do you see this light around the hand? And here's the cloud. It really is poof, coming out of nowhere. I do think your person dreams about that, dreams about being able to come out of nowhere and have this future that you guys talked about, or you might even have had and something happened, obviously. Now there's the emotional energy. It's still there, but now it's running. Look, the creek is running through here. We're not seeing the moon. The wolf and the dog are gone. The crustacean is gone. So here's the other thing I want to say to you. I feel like this is something that you both want. However, okay, for a lot of you, some of you might be saying, no, I don't. And that's okay. You know, wherever you are on your journey, like I said, take what resonates, throw away the rest. But you just can't. That's what I want to say. For some of you, you can't here. And the thing is I feel like if we were looking into your person's mind, this would be sort of a fantasy, okay? Kind of like a dream here. This is more of the reality. And can this be also in dreamland? Yes. Can this be reality? Possibly yes, this as well. Now it's going to be a lot of factors depending on what their circumstances are. What are your circumstances in terms of coming together, of either sending a message or coming forward or making an offer? It's going to really be different for everyone because there's a very strong energy here, Cancer, that it's not possible. Okay. Yeah, look, Three of Pentacles. Your person could be a Capricorn. I want to say to you, first of all, they're wanting to work together with you on this, you guys. They really do want to talk to you here. But I just want to say, but don't kill the messenger. There is that 3 again. There are other factors involved, okay? 3, third party. What is that? Is that a person? Maybe. People? Maybe. Is that something to do with long distance? Yeah, it can be any of those things, you guys. Third party, somebody recently asked me, is that a person? It can be, for sure. But a third party can also be something that's interfering with the connection. It can be a person you may not even know that's interfering. It can also be distance, location, differences in your lives here, how you guys are living, different countries, quite literally. Different ideas about what you want here, okay? But there are 3 people in this connection here that we see, okay? Just understand that third party can represent something other than a person. You know, it's not necessarily. We also have the number 3 here. Your person is really wanting to talk to you about it, okay? We have the 3 Pentacles up here. It's sort of like the pentacles that they were holding, but they're up here, okay? What's going on down here? Well, somebody's wearing a coat here, even with a hood of knowing. That's going on everywhere. There's a coat over here too. What is being offered here? I really feel like for a lot of you that there are other people involved, but for some of you, it's logistics. That's what I want to say. That sort of thing, okay? And also, like I said, differences. And you guys knew about them. That wasn't that was always talked about, okay? But something went on with your connection and it made that a factor. It made it a bigger factor. I think your person might have made some kind of choice, you guys. Could have also been you, Cancer. But somebody made a choice and disconnected this. And it wasn't meant to go on, the disconnect, this long. The disconnect was not supposed to last this long, but egos got in the way. People got proud and wanted to be, look, you've got the Sun card coming down. Oh my gosh. Cancer. And then ending that on the 2 of Swords. Wow. All right, Cancer. Yeah, something happened here between the 2 of you that it's almost like even though you were openly talking about these obstacles, that made them sort of the excuse, I want to say, because they were always there. All right. There's definitely some pride and ego here wrapped up. There's a lot of longing and missing, a lot of telepathy, a lot of talking about, just I love you and I miss you and what happened? Do you think of me? Why did you say this or that? Why did you just not answer me? There's a lot of that going on, and there's messages being exchanged telepathically for sure. And I also feel like there's messages being thought out in the head that aren't sent, and things that are written that are not sent, or maybe even unsent. That sort of situation here. Okay, now we have the Sun card, you guys. This really is, well, it's a beautiful card. It's the Sun card. It does represent the end of a cycle. Hi guys, I don't know when that ended. Just looked up and the camera was not recording. So we turned over the Sun card and the World card and the Two of Swords here. I don't know if it picked that up, and we're looking here now at the Sun card. And I pulled up the Moon card because the Sun is here in the Moon. It's almost like trust your intuition, trust what's in your subconscious here that you might not want to be looking at. And guys, I say it often and I want to say it again, a couple of things. 2, trust your gut instincts. Those are your guardian angels. Secondly, if you don't already, think about having a journaling, but also especially dream journals. It will really help you decipher what's going on in your subconscious, because it's coming out very strong in your dreams, okay? Things that you're not wanting to look at in your waking life and deal with, whether they're scary things, wonderful things, dreams for future plans, whatever it is, people that you're not talking to, that's where they come out. They come out in our dreams to try to help us. So make sure you're keeping a dream journal. But here's the thing I wanted to say. You have the Moon here. Trust your intuition, okay? Somebody's afraid here. Somebody's afraid of their feelings. Somebody's afraid of the connection, but the love is there. They're still there, okay? But they're scared, trying to hide the emotion as well. But there's a Sun around the Moon here. Well, here's the Sun card now, okay? And we see a person here very, very free. Joyous outcome here. But look what we're seeing again as well. We're seeing 3 sunflowers. There's that 3 again, but also sunflowers. Now, those can be representative flowers of love and growth. But sunflowers in particular can be representative of knowing, have like a deeper knowing, okay? So there's some more of that third party stuff going on. And for some, it can be a person, you know, keeping you guys apart, other people. But for a lot of you too, it's distance, it's just differences in what you want. Yeah, and then there's one flower over here too as well. What's going on there? That gives us 4, and it's missing all the little seeds in there, very interestingly enough. And it's right next to this scarf sort of flowing, which is more knowing energy. Riding this white horse here, which can symbolize emotional and passionate energy here. And there's the big bright sun, success, new beginnings, possibility here. So, and that's a 10, you guys. We already know that. So it's sort of like going out from the Moon to the Sun, going from, you know, the darkness and needing to look up and being scared here and blocking everything to unblocking everything. And fascinatingly enough, it's coming right below the Moon card, the Sun card. So you guys, I do feel like this connection that you have, it's not that it's gone. The love is still very much there. And like I said, taking a peek into your person's mind, imagining and fantasizing here about the 4 of Wands also coming to you. I think this is a mix, I have to say to you, of imagining it, but also really kind of wanting to do it. For some of you, it might be impossible for them though, based on circumstances, but they're wanting to turn this around too, okay? And this is also a really direct message from Spirit. If this is someone in your life that it really has the potential for the 2 of you, that it can be. Hello, Cancer. Hi. So I looked up and my battery was dead. So now I'm just trying to fix the camera. It got a little bit wonky from changing the battery. Hopefully you can see everything okay here. Didn't mess it up too much. Okay. Let me just see here, get a little bit of, all right, well, I think that that's probably okay. I think we almost have it. All right, so we were talking about the fact that the Sun card is right below the Moon card here, you guys, turning like the dark into the light here, just switching that here, you guys, like with the 5 of Cups, standing here and feeling this abandonment and missing someone, missing your person missing you, but the bridge being right there between you and the fortress being right there. Granted, it's dark. And I feel like some of you will be here, will be taking that coat off. It's quite heavy, and even leaving the cups behind and going another direction. That is very clear. But some of you and your person want to take off that coat to lighten things up here. Maybe go ahead and gather those cups, fill them up here, and cross over, okay? Some of you really want this union. But I do want to say to you again, there is this strong feeling that it's as much as you want it, you can't. it just can't be right now, okay? Yeah, and for some of you, even though you're both not even realizing the other person still has these strong feelings, I feel like you don't know, and I think your person too, I think they think you've already moved on. That this is here, the Sun card, okay? But that there's something still keeping you guys apart. But you're still really wanting to talk here, at least, and have that connection that you had, and that, because that is no contact, that is severed. But I definitely feel that they're watching you. I think that you are too, but you're trying not to as much because it gets too emotional for you. But this Sun card, you know, you could see it and say, oh, look, happiness, success, yay. It's definitely here on the table for you, whether or not you're taking off and going here yourself, getting, you know, feeling like you're set free in some ways, that is possible. Or hopping over here, getting this wolf and this dog and moving that crustacean out of the way, letting those emotions flow, getting together and waiting out until it's sunny again, coming right here to hear you guys. Some of you really want this and are going to try. Your person too. But some of you just need to talk, even if you can't get together, is what I want to say, because there's a real broken heart here feeling, Cancer. Like I feel very, you know, that feeling you get when you're young and you're in trouble and you have this kind of pit of your stomach feeling and you feel your heart hurting. That's what I'm feeling right now for you, Cancer, that you guys need to tell the other person how you feel, how it made you feel, whether or not you're going to move on from that. You guys, the World card, this is coming to a 3. This is about communicating, okay? Expressing yourself with another person here. This really is about, now this can be travel, okay? I want to say to you, for a lot of you, this can be quite literally your person, whether that's hopping in a car, a train, an airplane, whatever that is. I know times are very strange right now. They're dreaming about it, is what I want to tell you. Will some of them come forward? I think so. But there's also a real strong feeling here that it's a lot of imagining and daydreaming going on here. Very, very strong twin flame soulmate energy again. Your person, it's no surprise here that this has come right after, the Sun card here. That laurel, that victory work, that victory wreath, And this is also kind of like the end of that too. It's like a completion of that cycle, as we know. You know, with the Sun card here, this 10, which is the end of a cycle, completion, renewal. And then we hop right over here to the World card. Look, just floating with this scarf wrapped around, which is all about knowing here, knowing what it is you want, knowing what you have, knowing what, there's a lot of knowing here, okay? And there's some knowing here in the Sun card too. So Cancer, I want to say to you, whether you are coming out of this energy here and just bopping, saying hello and continuing on yourself here to the Sun card and writing it over here to the World card, that's going to be different for everybody. Or you're deciding to take this coat off, cross over here, remove that crustacean, let those emotions flow, get your person. I feel like you want your person to come to you and they haven't been, so that has been very hurtful. And some of you have kind of crawled into your shell here, but are also imagining doing that, imagining being the first is what I want to say to you, because there is some pride and ego here going on between the two of you. So some of you are thinking, well, I'm going this way. I'm going to drop this heavy coat and get out of this darkness, and I'm going to cross that bridge and go in a different direction. Yeah, I'm going to take these cups and fill them up, take them with me. That's for sure. But some of you are just, the heaviness in my heart right now is very intense that I feel. Some of you really are wanting to find a way. Now, I want to say to you here, this is about a decision, you guys. This is a 2. This is your partnership, okay? This can also tell us duality here. So this, we already know this is a twin flame soulmate union, okay, is what I want to say to you. And not everybody understands twin flames, and that's okay. And if you do, and you don't believe in it, that's okay too. Regardless, I don't think your person does at all, but I do think that they know how deeply connected you are. It's another very strong connection here with the 2 of Swords. Now, this is some Libra energy, you guys. And there's 2 things happening here. Either making a decision or compromising. Okay, so what's the decision going to be? Is there going to be some compromise needed on both parts in order to be together, in order to talk? Or is somebody simply making a decision to walk away? I feel like this is you, Cancer. This is Libra energy. It could be your person's energy around you. And this could also be your person, but I really feel like this is you. You're sitting on a bench. That is symbolic of waiting. You've been patient. You were patient in the beginning. Now you're just tired of it. Some of you have just gone on and done other things. And Cancer, a lot of you too have been ascending and getting a lot of stuff done in your life. Trying out new things, moving, being extra creative. You've been really also manifesting things in your life, I want to say to you, aside from this partnership here. Okay, it's very strong feeling. But this is about the two of you. This is the two, you guys. This is about your partnership, okay? It was not balanced, and it is not balanced. And if you talk, it's still not going to be balanced. However, there's an end to all of this feeling I love you, but I can't talk to you or say what I want. That is in the energy now, and it's going to be a matter of who has the courage really to come through here and say it. Look, we do see a lion here, you guys. Now, this is the World card. There's no particular sign attached to it, but we see somebody being stubborn. We see somebody trying to get the courage here. We also see some Scorpio energy here. Lots of clouds. All right, some indecision for sure. Yet at the core of it all, look at that, floating in this victory wreath here, this twin flame soulmate energy with the scarf knowing. Okay, so I really feel like for a lot of you, it's coming right down below here. Okay, you see the Five of Cups, the World card, that you are wanting that with your person. But some of you might simply put the coat down, get out of there, and just might even skip everything else and go straight into the World card and say, okay, yeah, I want victory for myself, and then I'm just going to go back here and ride my horse and find happiness again. I do feel like that even for those of you that have ascended in many ways, which I feel very much for you, Cancer. Sorry, everything is off now since my battery. I apologize. Let me see if I can lift it up a little bit here. It just seems to want to, it seems to kind of move around. Excuse me. Okay. But yeah, some of you have lifted off and gotten some new things done, experienced some new things, especially for those of you on a twin flame journey. Not everybody knows what that is, so don't worry. But either way, Cancer, you in general, you have been going on a different path, so maybe you don't even know what that is, and getting stuff done for yourself and trying to make your heart lighter is what I feel. I feel a really heavy, it's very heavy, is what I want to say to you, Cancer, here. And this, too, just is blaring out. And what I want to say to you, and you know this already, you can take that blindfold off or whatever it is you're not wanting to look at. And I think it's your person, too. You guys are kind of just not letting each other go, but you're not letting each other go, but you're not dealing with it either. That's what I want to say to you. Okay? You could take this blindfold off. Put those swords down. That is conflicting energy, you guys. But swords are also transactional and kind of thinking with the mind and not the heart. Being a little more rational here, interestingly enough, that it's right next to this emotional moon card. But there is this feeling of deciding now, like, are we going to talk about this stuff that has happened and compromise and talk again, and maybe go further? Or are we just going to talk and decide that, okay, I'm going to let you go? That's, I feel like, this decision stuff that's going on here. It's very heavy. I have to tell you, it's very, very heavy. It really does. Yeah, it really does hurt my heart. And I feel almost butterfly-y. I almost feel shaky is what I want to say to you. It's a very intense love. Your person doesn't want to let you go, but they also love you and don't want to hold you back. And that's what I'm feeling that's coming through here as well, Cancer. And whoever's watching. Your person does not want to let you go, but they also don't want to deal with their own feelings. And they are a little used to, I think, some of them getting their way, maybe having some kind of control. And this is totally new to them, so they don't even really know how to deal with it. Okay, it's just a lot. So excuse me for this second half looking so wonky. Okay, wow, look at that. I was moving cards around and the sword energy was ended up being put right next to the Three of Pentacles here. So guys, this could involve other people too in the decision, okay? Whether it's you or your person making it, but 2 is also about decisions. Like I said, that can include some compromise. And maybe that was part of what wasn't working. Distance, other people. That's going to be different for everyone. But I do feel like this has been going on a while and it might continue to. But it's just going to stay stagnant if you guys don't talk. That's what I want to say to you. And there's that moon energy lighting the way, trusting the moon. You know, somebody there, both of you, I feel like, need to put those swords down, get off that bench, take off that blindfold, and trust your intuition. And if you are in the camp of feeling like you're walking away from the Five of Cups here and wanting to go down here into the World card or hop over here, say hello, go down to the Sun card and right off here, then yeah, trust yourself, trust your intuition, your gut instinct. Those are your guardian angels. Use your free will, Cancer. The other thing I want to say is if you can also take off the blindfold, see what it is you haven't wanted to deal with, put those swords down, that stomachy feeling that you have, that missing here, and compromise for yourself too. Some of you are sick of waiting. You might still need to get through this. You might need to swim through that water there, all that emotional energy so that you can get this out, okay? Because I feel like this emotional stuff is very, very deep. You're Cancer. I mean, that is who you are. You know, out of all the water signs, I think you might be even more sensitive than Pisces, which is typically what people would say Pisces. I do think as well, but I think Cancer, you just go deeper. That's the thing. Pisces are sensitive, but you're not only sensitive, but you go so deep that sometimes you don't come up for air here. So I think also some of you are afraid of that. Like also this is your person's self-defense and not looking at the subconscious, but also you. It's so deep that you just don't even want to look at it. You know, it's a lot for you. Definitely telepathic messages for sure between you guys. Talking to them out loud, sending them too, not just in your mind here. But you know that if you were to take all this off and turn around and look at that, or you know, God forbid, jump in it, that it's deep for you. It's really, really deep. And I do feel like there was a lot of crying in the beginning. There's a lot less crying now, but these whinges of just come and go now for you. It's not gone, is what I want to say. You have a better handle on it. I think your person does too, but things bring you guys back. Okay, I'm really curious. Let me just get... I just want to see what would come down here if we just take a quick look at Crow Tarot. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Is there any last messages that need to come through? Okay, you guys, look. It's the Six of Pentacles here. This is the Crow Tarot deck, if you're wondering. Now, your person could be a Taurus as well. Yeah, look. There's a balance here. It's interesting that we never saw the... I kind of was almost thinking we'd see the Seven of Cups here, you guys. Very similar in some ways here. I do feel like there was a balance here with your person that they could not balance. This also tells me, too, that there was some breadcrumbing going on, okay? And we already know with the ghosting. That's for sure. But it feels more like you guys already knew what was going on. You already had stuff in play that was hard on your connection. And they just came into play at the end really... hard and fast, I want to say. Let me see if I can get this a little bit again. Hold on. I don't know if that's making a difference or not. I feel like I messed something up here, guys. Excuse me. Oh, well. Yeah. Definitely. Now, here's the thing. This is a Taurus card, you guys, but this could also be some Libra energy as well. Everybody comes through in the end, just so you're clear as well. If you did not hear your sign, coming through, don't worry, they're here. Sometimes there's just a confirmation for some because the energy can be really extra strong here. And these angel wings, yeah, I do feel like there's some angel guidance going on here. You guys, and I completely forgot, I hate it when I do that, to get overall energy for you. I had it sitting right here, but it's not too late. We can still have this. This is your person. I do not look. This is you, Cancer. Let's take a look now and see what's happening. All right. Yeah, that's hardly... Wow. They kind of flipped it over, not wanting it to be seen. Look. Page of Wands. So your person could be another Cancer. Can be a Leo here. Yeah, here's the thing. I feel like there was a lot of talk, but not a lot of doing, okay? Your person clearly loves you here, all right? But there is this feeling of, yeah, it's not that they weren't taking things seriously. I do feel this strong. Look here, you have the Page of Wands, and then you have the Ace of Wands now where they're reaching their hand out. I feel like there were things said and done that didn't happen, or things said that they didn't follow up on. That's what I want to say to you here, okay? With the Page of Wands here. Yeah, very interesting. I do think that they're wanting to come to you. I have to say that, Cancer. But I think a little bit of it was talk before, and it might still be for some of you. I just think that there's something keeping you apart. There is ego here for sure, but something else, other things, location, other people. Yeah, just differences in your lifestyle. You guys are very different, but very connected. Okay, Cancer, look. I'm surprised we didn't see some cups coming down. Queen of Swords here, Libra, Virgo energy. You want them to tell you the truth. You want to know what happened. Look here, and look, you're rising above all these clouds, all the ghosting, all the indecision, even all the telepathic messages up here with the divine, where all the dreams are, okay? Where the divine is, way up. Look, there's a bird there. Is that you, Cancer? Flying high, ascending. You see a bird, it's rising above, making your heart lighter. Twin flame ascension for some of you. For those of you that don't know what that is, don't worry. Also, I want to tell you that air signs come through here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus here. But there is this strong, with you, excuse me, I hope you can see that. This strong energy here that you are sick of waiting and you want to know. You want to know what happened. What did you do? Did I do something? We already knew about all these other factors. Why did it matter in the end? Why was it suddenly just... And for some of you, why didn't you write me back? Okay? But there is this connection here to the divine. Look, you're above all the clouds. All the indecision, the ghosting here, the clouds sort of getting in the way, really. The song Joni Mitchell, Both Sides Now, comes to my mind now. The sword is higher than the bird here, ascending. So it hasn't ended is what I want to say. You're trying to rise above it. You know, you want to get here and be able to fly above it and keep going and get all your messages. But I feel like sometimes you're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting what messages are coming through because you don't want to. You're Cancer and you don't want to let them go. You're very nostalgic, Cancer. I understand that. But there is a very strong message here for you. If you're on the rise, you keep on rising, okay? If your person is going to come with you on this journey of the Sun card and the World card, there is going to have to be compromise. But you keep rising and getting closer to the divine, getting closer to what it is you want, also making your heart lighter, okay? Some of this letting go, because I feel this real heaviness here. Could be partially why you're not above the sword yet. Some of you might already be, but you want the truth. This is literally like, I need to know. I need you to be honest with me. Stop playing games. You know, what happened? Why didn't you write me back? What's going on? What do you want? Do you love me? Did you love me? I kind of feel you now and hear you actually. Okay, yeah, and I'm having a weird throat chakra thing going on. There's some more Gemini and Virgo. And I did mean to tell you that earlier, that you were coming through, or excuse me, Gemini and Virgo was also coming through earlier. I've been having a lot of throat chakra going on with your reading and preparing for your reading as well. The other thing, I don't know if I already said that to you, with the Six of Pentacles here, that this is a Taurus card, but I'm really feeling some Libra energy in here too. But once again, look, some breadcrumbing here, like be happy with what you get. And you were, but then your person might also have made a decision that you don't even realize that they made that was part of why things separated. And I think you have some suspicions, but you want to know, okay? It's a very emotional connection, you guys. And lots of, your person also was making decisions, impulsive decisions, and they weren't really even understanding their own heart and what was happening to them. This was all very new for them, I want to tell you, Cancer. This type of connection. Okay. Enchanted Map Oracle cards. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Do you have, yes, a message for our Cancer? Wow. Cancer, look. I think this came for you recently. I could be wrong. There's that 6. Yeah, really big, strong need to have some harmony and healing, okay? With another person. Look, there you are, 2 birds. So your person might be getting some stuff done too, flying high. Getting over things, all right? Trying to. Getting other things done. They're still living their life. I do feel like there's some money involved somehow, but that's for particular people. But there's the moon here. There's the trusting that moon again, getting closer here. The clouds are still there. There's still some indecision. There's obviously still some conflicting energy. If this is something that the 2 of you want, this is going to be some work, is what I want to say to you. You know, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no river long enough. What is that song? To keep me from getting to you? Well, in this case, there are some pretty high mountains and some pretty long rivers and oceans to cross, quite literally too, not just metaphorically speaking. But there you 2 are. You guys have not stopped. And you're really talking to each other at night, I'm telling you. Are they receiving your messages? We will see. I think that they are. You're definitely sending them. And they're sending messages too, okay? Your person comes off to me, like I said, as someone who's quite busy. Could be with family or children or work, whatever that's going to be. But that also kind of distracts them. But then it hits them out of the blue when they really need to start thinking about things again. There's a lot of star energy there. A lot of clarity that needs to come here, you guys. But the moon is shining on this mountain here. And look at that. You don't even have to get here all the way to the top where there is a fortress. And a fortress, as I said, you guys, is the journey of love. It's like the journey that it's taking. And it does look like a long climb for you guys, okay? I'm just going to tell you, it doesn't look easy. It's rocky. But hey, are you guys birds? Can you just fly right there and be in? Maybe for some of you, but it's going to require for others a lot of work, a lot of talking. Look at this big, wide, open mouth here. This wanting to communicate, you guys. This is a 6. Harmony and healing, cooperation with another. Your person wants to talk to you desperately. They're just being held back by their life, by their ego. They're really wanting to talk to you, though. It's coming through here very strong. They're imagining it. They're fantasizing about it. It's almost like what just came to me here too. Interestingly, it was almost feel like they're holding up here their wand. It's almost like what came to me is that they're looking at pictures of you and rereading old messages from you guys and just idealizing it and going into this romantic dream world with you still. It's harder now for them than it was before because now you're not talking, but it's still there. They have not stopped, okay? Let's get another one, and then we're going to get on to love messages, Cancer. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Okay, oh, Cancer, did you see that? Wow, yeah, that was meant for you. This was in your reading last time. I want to say the reading before last. Cancer, okay. What is it with these readings lately? Your person could also be a Capricorn, I want to say, because Capricorn really made me want to cry. In fact, I did cry quite a bit in Capricorn's reading. Cancer, you're not looking at it still. Look, you're looking away from the moon. And look at this time. It's almost like the time is running out, and you know that. And you're not looking. You're not looking here. You're not looking. You don't want to decide. Cancer, the moon is there. Trust your instinct. Trust your intuition. Your guardian angels are your gut instinct. Look, the owl is there still. We talked about this card. If you don't remember, this is in the thumbnail, you guys. I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. It could be more like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm not remembering right now. As you know, my readings are not on a perfect schedule. It's really hard for me to have a schedule at the moment. So Make sure you have your notification bell on, by the way. But this was very recent, and it flipped out. The way you guys saw that coming out, there is that darkness again, that night, this moon energy. Cancer, you're here, Cancer energy here, Piscean energy here, and I also feel that your person could very strongly be a Capricorn as well. You don't want to look at it. You're not looking. You love your person so much, and you're talking to them and dreaming about them, and you're afraid if you look too close or if you listen too much that the moon is going to say let him go or let her go or let them go. There is no gender here, you guys. You're not wanting to look at it. And look, though, you have these beautiful iridescent fairy wings here, you guys. You can fly away from it if you need to and you want to, and you're not. You're still there. You're standing right under it, basking in the beautiful moonlight, but not wanting to look here. You know that you guys need to talk, but you're afraid of what you might hear, is what is coming through for me, okay? Or that it might be that it's time to really let them go, because they're not gone. You guys are still connected, even underneath all this stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and the ghosting and the not talking and this a little bit of spying on social media, different things that are happening. And you know in your heart, they know in their heart, it's not over. Your person's not wanting to let you go, but some of you feel like it's sort of holding you back here in a way, kind of chaining you. I think you feel a little bit like you really love them too, but it's not going to be. But you're not wanting to leave either. What is it that you don't want to look at, Cancer? We talked about it here with the moon card. Okay? You're looking here at the moon card, but this is blocked, the emotional energy between you. It's the night here, and the sun is right below it, Cancer. It's right there for you if you want it, with or without your person. They're dreaming about coming, but I don't know if they're going to. For some of you, they might. But for a lot of you, there's really big decisions based around that. We have the Two of Swords right below it, coming right below there. Cancer, look up at that moon. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? What do you need to do? Okay, Cancer, it's very heavy. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to move on to love messages. I've been feeling a very heavy feeling in this reading, you guys. And Cancer, I have to say, your energy is, when you're in a kind of jolly mood, it's very, well, this is driving me crazy the way it made my whole reading sink. When you're in a jolly mood, it's kind of this, it's this very contagious jolly mood is what I want to say to you. I feel like it keeps moving. That's what's happening with it. Okay, anyway. And when you're feeling sad and you're in your crab shell, or you might come out here and there, which is what I feel like you've been doing, you can really feel it. Like I really feel this energy. These are channeled love messages, direct messages to you from your person. What do you want to say to your Cancer? I think you need to say some lovely things to your Cancer that they've been needing to hear. I messed up so bad. This was flying around in my hand. Yeah, your person is acknowledging. Hi, Cancer. I don't know when that ended. Every time these things happen, it just makes my setup a little crazier. I don't really know how to make it stop acting crazy. This came flying out when I was looking up and saw that the camera was not recording. My love for you is for you, nobody else. Okay. All right, guys. I don't deserve you, but I want you. Yeah, there is a really strong feeling here with your person. I think you might even have said that to them too, Cancer, in some type of discussion, argument. When something good happens, I immediately want to write you. Okay, but they don't. They can't. I'm going to put this here, actually. I can't tell you how much I miss our long conversations. Yeah, you guys have a real connection to the night, Cancer. It's very strong here. Look at that. The night, clouds. I'm just going to knock this light over. Stars. Your person could also be an Aquarius, you guys, but we talked about that already. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio comes through very strong, as you know. Cancer, another at Cancer. We already saw Aries, Leo, and Sag, and definitely Capricorn. Okay, this is sticky and flyers. No, I am not over you. Yeah, I feel like that you've been wanting to know because you're not talking here. We are soulmates, I know. Cancer, yes, they know that. They do know that. Actually, I want to put that next to their overall energy. Sorry that took so long. Oftentimes I just get caught up in the energy coming and I forget. I don't know that they can articulate twin flames for those of you on a twin flame journey. I stay up all night thinking of you. Yeah, there is this strong feeling that they're not sleeping well. Last card. Last chance. What do you want to say? Okay, this flipped over and then flipped over again. There's two here. I was stupid to let you go. Yeah, there is some regret. I'm telling you, there's a regret here. They just couldn't balance everything and handle it all. It's very clear here in the Pentacles. I think they might have had other partnerships or other people involved, maybe distance, work. There was so much involved and things that were differences that you guys were overcoming, but not really overcoming. I think that's what's been keeping them so busy. I play songs that remind me of you on repeat. Yeah, we saw that earlier coming through. Playlists, that sort of thing. Speaking of, let's look at some love song messages. Here's your guitar, guys. It has not been out for everyone, and I felt pulled to take it out today. It's a peacemaker. Somebody can be musicians here, okay? But this can also come down when there needs to be some peace. You guys need to talk so that you can lighten up your heart here. And yeah, whatever you guys are going to do, whether or not, because I feel like for a lot of you it's unclear. Are we friends? What happened? Are we still, whoop, okay guys, that was, these three were flyers for you. Be interested to see what they are. Things got messed up with that camera, sorry. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. And maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I could have. Willie Nelson, always on my mind. Yeah, you're always on their mind. Very, very clear, and I don't think they did treat you as good as they could have. They wanted to. But a lot of them, too, I feel like didn't have the skill set, is what I want to say, and why selenite really wants to come over here. This is Taurus energy, by the way, you guys. They just have never had this kind of love, is what I want to tell you, Cancer. They really didn't even know how to handle it. And you wonder where we're going. Rhymes and Reasons, John Denver. Okay, Cancer. I thought I knew just who I was and what I'd do, but I was wrong. 1 minute you're here, next minute you're gone. 1 minute you're here, Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, it was really like the disconnect. But I get a feeling that it was more from them, and then you also just were so hurt, that was it. You didn't step forward or be the first like you usually are. These two came flying, guys. I feel like you were the one usually kind of going forward. You're a lot more in your emotions than a lot of signs here, except maybe other than Pisces. Okay, excuse me, guys, making a mess. Now there's a wall between us. Something there's been lost. I took too much for granted. I got my signals crossed. Shelter from the storm, Bob Dylan. Yeah, your person missed something. You're Cancer, I have to say though, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you're not an easy person to emotionally understand, is what I want to say. You have such deep, beautiful emotions. They run so deep that sometimes just, it's like jumping literally in an ocean with the divine, you know, just very deep, filled with starfish and relics from the past sunken at the bottom, and some things from the past floating at the top here. You're a very nostalgic person and dig in often. You go down and get stuff and bring it up, or you reach for things that are on the surface. Sometimes you might even not see what's around you in the present when you're in this big ocean. So that's what I want to say to you. So, yeah, I feel like this is very deep. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's what I wanted to say to you. That was coming through. Someday when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again. Blue eyes, crying in the rain, Willie Nelson. Well, a lot of Willie Nelson for you guys here. That's going to mean something different for everybody. Okay, twin flame, soulmate, energy, love message cards. This is yours. It didn't want to come up. Direct messages to you from your person, Cancer. You have made me know how it feels to love and find true love. Yeah, this is very much a twin flame soulmate card, you guys. Just like I said, something that. Hi guys. Okay, what is going on with my camera? I have to say, that's so crazy. This is the card that came down. You have made me know how it feels to love and find true love. Your person. Yeah, this, like I said, this is very twin flame soulmate energy. Your person never had this kind of love. You were just coming out of the blue, really, and doing something differently than what your person was used to. Without you in my life, everything is meaningless. Guys. Well, this one's up here. That's yours. I treated you so badly. I am so sorry. Didn't we see that here? I messed up so bad. Yeah, this also wants to come down. From the first day I was attracted to you. Now it's not only the attraction, but the love. Yeah, I wanted to say that. It was kind of a quick thing. For some of you, too, it was online. It's not for everybody, but that's here. It got deep really fast. What do you want to say to your person? There you go. If you were a movie, I'd watch you over and over again. I love when that comes down. I feel like it's kind of a joke for some of you, inside joke. You are the most important person in my life. Okay, guys. Last one. Last chance. Okay, we have a flyer here and one sticky. I've tried very hard to stop thinking about you, but I can't. Let me get this other card here. I listened to the wrong people. I cared too much what they thought. Yeah, there were other people involved, for sure. I don't want to cover up your Moonlight card. Definitely other people involved here, guys. That's very, very, very strong. We saw that early on, and I'm really surprised the Hierophant didn't come down. But it doesn't matter. We can see them all here. And this also had flown. Your voice is my favorite sound. Okay. Yeah, some of you are musicians, okay? But also just talking together. We know that you had long conversations. Something they're very much missing. Okay? They love your voice, Cancer. All right, guys, we're going to look at Tarot Closet. Love messages, direct messages to you from your person, and we already have a flyer. I will never give up on us. Do you want to say to your Cancer? Okay. I am afraid to contact you. I received your telepathic messages. My heart is yours, in case you were wondering, Cancer. Yeah, they have not let you go. I'm just going to tell you. I don't think that they've been handling things right, or they didn't. I think you both just got really, really, really hurt. These are flyers, guys. My world is dark without you. Yeah, there's very much this energy here of the Five of Cups. Please wait for me. I do feel that there is this waiting going on. We felt that, you guys. I feel like sitting on this bench here. Here we go. The Two of Swords. Could be also for them. Wait for me while I sort things out and make the decisions I need to make. Very emotional decisions, whatever's going on, you guys. All right. These are flyers. You have changed me for the better. It's very much a twin flame soulmate energy card, you guys. Your person just feeling like, yeah, there's this. Where do we want to put it here? I always make it fall if I put it on the back, so I really want to hold you. There's that physical love coming through, just wanting to be near you. But they didn't expect this love that you guys had, okay? I think they thought it was going to be something else, and it went really deep, fast. I dream of you. Yeah, we know that already, but that's some confirmation for you, Cancer. Oh, Cancer. It was me, not you. Okay. You're going to know what that is. It's going to be a particular message for you guys. Do you want to say to your person, to your Cancer, okay? I care too much what people think. Yeah, we saw that already, that the other people are involved here. We already saw that. So that's a confirmation for you guys. These are also yours. I'm sorry I ran. Cancer. Yeah, I'm afraid you will reject me. That comes through really strong with the Moon card, you guys. The wolf kind of being in fear here with the crustacean, sort of providing some self-defense here. Also, this needing to have something, excuse me, well, there comes the Gemini, Virgo again, needing to look at something here too in the subconscious, but more so than anything, your person's just afraid that they've waited too long. And there are still some things between you guys, okay? Just stuff, distance, people. I'm so sorry I hurt you. Well, they're really sorry. I know, but that was a flyer. Well, not just flew. Where did that even go? Just a minute, guys. Okay, guys, that was hard to get. This was a flyer, a pretty big flyer, too. I could listen to your voice all day and night. There's that again, you guys. Yeah, that message coming through. Whether or not you're in the music business or the music world or singing or just speaking together, they love your voice. You are my biggest wish. Very much so, Cancer. You're a catch and they know it, but there's something going on in their lives. We already saw the I'm sorry I ran. I still want you. Okay, this is also sticking out. I'm sending you telepathic messages. Why do I feel like we already looked at those? I'm having deja vu, or did I just pick up cards that were already read? I'm hiding my true feelings. Yeah, we know that very, very much here with the Moon card. And their feelings are deep. They're very deep. If they saw you, they would probably cry, I have to say. I was scared. Yeah, it's something that they hadn't experienced, you guys. Love with the Cancer is kind of a very deep, everything love. Can be very intense, too. You know, there's a lot of emotions involved. Not everybody can handle that. I really want to see you. You are the love of my life. Okay, Cancer person, this is your last chance. Well, this flipped over. My world changed when I met you. Yeah. Gosh, you guys, oh, you changed me for the better. It's super deja vu here. Just really feeling like they're just wanting to say everything. Look, I love you. Cancer. We already knew this and your person is reiterating that. That's partially probably why you don't want to look here. You love them too. They love you. Some of you are kept apart literally by distance, some by circumstance. It's just this love, though. It's the pit of my stomach feeling that I have. I really feel that. And I feel that for you here with this Moonlight card. I can't believe that. Yeah, that just also the way it flipped out for you was really meant to be yours. Okay, Cancer. We're going to look at some totems here for you. I do not look. Could be coming from your person, from spirit. Quite simply, just some messages that you need to receive, Cancer. All right. Okay. So first of all, the numbers and letters can be something in your life. Anniversaries, birthdays, that sort of thing. We have a 1 and a 5. Now letters, we have a C, J, L, I, V, O. Here's another O, by the way. Very interesting. Could spell cool. Maybe some of you live in that climate or interesting. Huh. All right, there's also another C, you guys, so that's interesting. Vic, you could spell Vic with that. Interesting. Okay, Here's the other thing. Look, there's that star energy. Your person could be in Aquarius. I want to say to you right off the bat. Also this feeling, yeah, that it's kind of going along with the moon, this nighttime energy between you guys, and just wanting some clarity and wanting to, yeah, get kind of clear things up and start over. I do feel like in many ways, this is like getting the star card. And I do feel like, it feels like for some of you, it would be a miracle. That's what it feels like because of distance or something that's going on in one or both of your lives here. But this is really heavy though, Cancer. You really love this person. I can't look at this card without feeling it deeply and wanting to cry. I've been wanting to cry for, I don't know, the last 20 minutes now, but that's really intense. Look, here you are. 2 unicorns, you guys. Twin flame soulmates. We already know that. There's a confirmation for you. I'm putting it here in the moon because it wanted to. It also kind of landed between I still want you and I love you. Yeah. There you are, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look, here's a heart. It's like when these come down, it is your person saying, I love you again. So we have a double I love you here coming. 2 different things here. All right. I want to say to you, it's the Eiffel Tower. 3 things. Yeah, it's what you think. It can have to do with Paris or France, that sort of thing. Can also just be about how, like the mountains here we saw, it's not actually easy to walk up the Eiffel Tower, you guys. So I do feel like this has been a long journey with your person. And it will continue to be if you're going to wait and be together. I don't feel like everyone can come together right now. But it's also, the city of love here. You guys really love each other. I want to tell you that. Your last 2, I will save the very last for last. We have a bike here, you guys. And as you know, it's cycling. We call it a cycle here. So I do feel like, and there's the 2 wheels, okay, that can kind of stop or go. Excuse me. The back wheel sometimes can be the one where the brakes are, which stops the whole bike. There have been some cycles between you guys, and I feel like you're in one now. You're in a separation cycle. Now, whether you come back together and stay together, or you play this out, or you sit on this bench here that we see, in the 2 of Swords, deciding on making a decision and whatever compromises. But this cycle also, the thing I want to tell you, is ending. Whatever cycle that you guys have been in now, it's kind of getting ready to come out because we've seen it all over the table. The end of a cycle, completion, renewal starting. Whether that's you knocking yourself out of it, coming off of this bike yourself, flipping that wheel off and rolling off in a new direction, or the 2 of you together. But because I do feel this decision here is going on, I do feel all this pain and emotion, and I think Cancer, you can go deep, but you can also only take so much. So, and here's the thing I want to say, your person, just another confirmation, they could be a Capricorn. They're Saturn, you guys, planet of love. They could also be Aquarius again. And this is all the night stuff going on, another Cancer and Pisces, just very, very intense energy between you. Lots of love, you guys. There's no question about that. I don't even really know how else to reiterate that to you, but the love is there, but something has gone on with the 2 of you and has kept this no communication going here. It's shifted into some pride and ego, but there's still things that haven't been said. And we saw here with the Queen of Swords, that you want some answers. You want to know. You want to rise. You've been rising above this. You want them to as well. Standing here looking at their wand, the Page of Wands, sort of fantasizing. Also not really knowing, I feel like, with the Page of Wands, exactly what they need to do, especially because it's been a while. But Cancer, I wasn't planning to go long, but that's what happens. That's your reading for today. I appreciate you being here. Now, this is the first of many to come in October 2021, 2021, however you want to say that. But remember, these readings are timeless. So when you arrived here is when you're meant to receive your messages. If you ever feel like you want to watch a reading again, do it for yourself. If there's something you feel like you want to validate or hear again. But also remember, I do have playlists, so you can go down and go into the playlists and watch for your whole chart and also your person. You might get some more clarity there as well. But in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you in the comments. I wish you love and well. I hope everything is good. for you. I know things are heavy, but it doesn't mean that there's not other things going on in your life. If you liked this video, I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and especially boop the notification bell, because my schedule is still very wonky, you guys. I'm trying to sort it out. It just hasn't happened yet. So I would very much love to, communicate with you on that. I will be sending videos and notifications and posting on my community tab when things are changing. So that's really the best way. Okay, that was very long and rambly. I love you guys. Take really good care of yourselves, okay? And I'll see you next time. Bye, Cancer. You won't believe it. I realized cleaning up, I've been cleaning up. Look, it looks crazy. And I saw this deck and I thought, oh, wait, we didn't read this. So I picked it up and I started reading it. Right here. And then I looked up and realized it wasn't recording. Intense. There are some things your person is trying to hold back a little here. But I'm going to read to you. Now, this was the first one that came down. I loved you with fire red. Now it's turning blue. And you say sorry like the angel. Heaven let me think it was you, but I'm afraid. Apologize. Not only are they apologizing, but it landed like this. It turned around on, I received your telepathic messages. So you're asking your person, what happened? Why haven't you written me? You're kind of wanting an apology. We know that with your overall energy of the Queen of Swords here, which I moved. But these had come down and I had said that was it. And then I looked up and saw, oh, it's not even recording. I never meant to be the one to let you down. If anything, I thought I saw myself going first. I didn't know how to stick around. Hold my heart, Sarah Bareilles. Yeah, like I said, some of you were just very emotional over it and they were already pulling away. So you kind of solidified it a little and could have even maybe changed it, but got really caught up in they get more caught up in their pride, I feel like, and you were just caught up more in being hurt, protecting yourself. You went in your shell. That's what I want to say. I could move mountains, sail away, because I've got this much faith. This love is alive, but I'm crying and lonely these nights. Breathe you in my dreams, Trixie Whitley. I could move mountains. Here we go, you guys. Yeah, your person is dreaming about it. These were the other ones that came down. Nobody knows how the story ends. Nobody knows the Lumineers. Now I know I have met an angel in person. Perfect, Ed Sheeran. For those of you that have not met in person, it's not the point. The meeting together, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean seeing each other, because I know there's long distance energy here. Oh, all the times I've tasted love, never knew quite what I had, little darling. If you hear me now, never needed you so bad, spinning round inside my head, sail away, David Gray. Okay, you guys, there's that boat. Which direction are you guys going? They didn't know what they had. Somebody's here is in this Two of Swords energy of this decision here. And somebody, this is you, Cancer, is not wanting to see. I started to clean up, but everything is still mostly here. All right, that's truly the end. Goodbye, Cancer.